Hello, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's after school club for ages 6 through 10. I just realized on Facebook it says 6 through 9, but no, it's supposed to be 6 through 10. So, just earlier today, the older group got to see some fabulous art drawn by Bree Ellsbury, one of the employees here. And for this afternoon bit, we're actually going to do 3D art with pixels. It's going to be a little confusing, but yes, it can happen. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. My name is Ruth. If you have any questions, you can ask me on Zoom. If you're watching on Facebook and you have a question, you just hop right into Zoom and ask me questions there. Otherwise, you can just watch freely all along. This program we're going to be using will require either a computer, maybe a tablet. We could try a tablet. Might be a little weird. It is capable because you're using the browser, but if you want really like a less frustrating experience, you can try a computer. Okay, so I'm going to show you the example of the cool thing we're doing today by going to here, and here is like a little Pixel 3D model here. It's a rotating well with some water in the middle and a flower coming out. This is the one I made here for how to learn the program that we'll be using soon. Over here is an example of cooler things other people have done in here. It's a little like lighthouse with some seagulls in there where like got them right in the air right there. Got some water. And then could be a little light there, but it's a little bit difficult. And you see a shadow right there. It's rotating and such. Right now, this is upscaled. The actual size is this. It's so tiny, but you can see what's going on. And it's got that cool pixel art effect in there. So what you're going to need is just a browser, internet. That's it. I'm going to copy the link and put it right into chat for everyone. And I'm also going to put it on as a comment over in Facebook so you guys can have a link to that website here. I'm going to show you real quick what you can do in here. So this is a little example of building in there where it's 2D and then you rotate around. It's got like a little 3D effect to it. And then I'm going to skip ahead of the video a little bit. Oh no, it's got like different effects you can do if you do the paid version of this, but we're just going to stick to the free version in here. Let me skip ahead. It won't let me skip ahead. And there's an example right there. And I'm going to pause there and get started. Okay, so you just need to go to spritestack.io. This program is in beta, so it will have some bugs. It may be frustrating, but that is okay. Just kind of like figure out learning process. If there is a huge bug, you always tell the developers what is going on there. It's always cool to try out new software. So once you go to spritestack.io, you'll come across the screen that I see right here. You see with me. And right over here, you'll see three options: itch, Steam, and browser. We're going to choose browser here because that gives us the 3 option. The bot option is just like a donation to their Patreon to help them keep developing this. So I'm just going to click on browser here. And it takes me to this weird grid here. So if you haven't really used, this kind of thing before, like it looks really confusing. It's actually something completely new. If you're lost right now, that is okay. Because when I first used this, I was super lost. So how this is built, picture this as layers. Like you have a bunch of pages right here, and each layer is like a page. So that's how this works. It makes things pixel art into 3D because you're building pixels on layers. You're going to bring it up and it builds it up in space. You can also switch sides so it builds wide in length. I'm just going to start by, what should I draw here? What should I make first? I'm just going to make a flat coin. On the upper left right here, there is yellow, different colors you can click on. And if I start clicking in here, it starts, you know, drawing in space. And then you can see on my lower right here, you see that there's a little scribble right here, but it's not really 3D. That's because we're on the bottom layer right now. If I click right away, it starts with my little pencil tool. And if you look on your left right here, there's a little pencil. And there's other tools here too. And I'm not going to go through them right away, but I'm going to go with, I'm not going to go through all of them, but just know there's a little paint bucket, a bigger, wider paintbrush, an eraser. This is like a tile, like if you want to make a big space the same color. And this little one's like selecting to move things around. And then right below that, now I'm kind of going over all of them, but I'm not going to go with the exact specifics of everything. There's drawing tools, pencil, square, circle, gradient circle. The point size, if you want to make it bigger. Fill, transparency, if you want to make it slightly see-through. And right here, it says use the mouse wheel to go up and down the stack. And you're like, what's a stack? It's part of the name here. A stack is just a reference to the layers. So you could use mouse wheel on these right side right here, right next to my doodle over here. You'll see that there's these little squares here. When I first tried this, I was like, what are these squares? What is this supposed to be? So it's not, you know, user-friendly right away because it's in beta, but it's still a really fun program to use. So if I scroll up on, nope, it's not going. Oh, it's because I'm on my marker here. Let me go back to mouse. Okay. So if I click on these or scroll up and down, it's like a little slow. It like the little center here kind of disappears. These are the layers. So picture I click all the way to the bottom one. This bottom one is my bottom layer. If I go up one, let's go with a green here. There you go. Now you see a little bit green there. I'm gonna go up another. I'm gonna do orange, scribble a little bit. It's okay just to scribble right now. Just get, you know, used to using this at first to like learn how it works. You know, you don't have to make anything pretty yet, just know how it works. Okay, so I got orange. I'm gonna do purplish color next. Right here, you see that this color stacking, and you're like probably looking at it like this isn't 3D. Where's the 3D? I'm gonna go with a bigger brush here. There you go. To make bigger areas, I'm gonna go up the next layer here. Let me click my red markings. Here we go. And then the next layer, there's this. Now, since it's got to still get a bit beta and buggy, you see on these little stack layers right here that some of my previous ones below have disappeared, but they're still there. They just don't load all the time, which can be really frustrating. I think that's a bug they're fixing right now. But you can see in my preview, it's still just a bunch of scribble flat. So there's this little thing at the bottom right here that says preview model, view buffered contents. I can click on either one. Buffer contents is just what's current preview, but if I go right back in here, and there's these little buttons in our view right here. Click the X right there. And then there's this little views for all these different things. First thing I want to point out is the zoom in, zoom out at the bottom. Zoom in is the plus magnifying glass with the plus. Zoom out is the magnifying glass with the minus. There you go. And then this next one, I'm trying to remember how it went, is arrow up, move forward, move down. This moves my object in the space right here. So you can see if I move it to the left, this moves that way. Move it to the right, comes back. Back down, and then, yeah, if I just want to move it in space, I could just click these things and it moves it about. Now, there's this little up and down arrow right there. It moves it down and up in space of the current thing. So if I click down, it does nothing, but if I move it up, it takes me to the next layer. So that's another way for you to get through the stacks quickly. And this is preview. The current slice just shows me what's currently. It doesn't really work too much because it's not really showing much. And then this little box up here is the most important. I'm just going to bring back my mouse eyes, circle it in the program right there. That right there is how we're going to get our 3D effect here. I am going to center model. So this little one in the center. I encourage you just to click around since it's just a scribble. You can just click these buttons to see what they do to make things, help you understand how it works. But you see in the middle right here, it's got like a little circle with arrows. That means it's to rotate the model. And this one right there, it's like a T, a plus sign with arrows in the end. That means to move in space. So this one's 3D, this part's 2D movement. So if I click rotate left, rotate right, it rotates my object. If I click up and down, you look at the preview right here. Look, it's on the side. So I just switched to the side view here. So this is what it looks like to the side. Click back up, it switches, and you notice these little stack layers change too. And of course, when I go back to center, it makes it really difficult to see things here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete object. You do that by clicking the trash can on the right side here. I'm gonna go back to the bottom layer here. And I'm just gonna make a bunch of squares here so you guys can see what I mean by making it 3D. So this first layer, I'm just gonna start with this color. Next layer, what I did is I grabbed a little square drawing tool and I left click and drag. It makes a square. And you can see right here, when I went up one layer, it makes it transparent. So that works out. Now I'm gonna go on this layer, just make the next color. This makes it easier and stuff. But what if I want to take this stuff and just bring it up a little bit? I'm just gonna, there isn't really any undo. What we have to do is delete that layer. So I am gonna move up. Oh, that's for layers. I'm just gonna switch back to this color here. I'm gonna make my stripes really thick here. And then move up one more. Just gonna make it 3 layers thick of this color. So you can kind of see it taller here. But if you want a faster way to do this, is that there's this little T tool right over here. You click, and you can click in the X or Y. I want to make it grow. Shrink in X pixels, shrink in Y pixels. It says shrink when it's actually grow because this is unselected. So that now went up. Now I click on it a bunch, you can see that the layers are growing in here. So I'm just gonna click on this a bunch. We see right there, now we got this big square, but there isn't really any depth to it yet. So what I'm gonna do is actually just change the colors of the sides. I'm gonna do that with the paint bucket tool here. So now the top is light, and then I'm gonna click on this to rotate it around. It'll let me. There we go. And then I have to find hopefully this is the right one. Topmost layer. Yep, there we go. That side is red. Rotate it. That side here, I'm gonna change that to, I guess, a green. That's that side, and then make this one blue. No, I already got a blue. Let's do yellow. And then rotate around. Let's do a pink. Yeah, so I got all the colors there. Top and bottom's purple. Let's do, I guess, white at the top. No, this orange. There we go. So now that I rotate my object around in here, you'll see that it's all different colors. So if I'm done right now with my object, all I have to do is go to the top of the screen here and then click Save. Right here, so Save Project in Cloud. Again, just press all the buttons and see what they do. And then I'm gonna download a project. So download's right there, but if I want to download a copy of this project, like a little image, you see there's a turtle, a cat, and a bird. At the top screen, the turtle is the editor, so that's this. The cat is the animator to make cool things happen. So I'm going to click on that. And there's all this bunch of stuff here, but this is really complicated. So I'm just going to click play. Nothing happens because there's no animation. So I'm just going to go back to the bird. It's kind of, yeah, complicated. But if I go there now, if I go to the bird right here, it gives me like a sense of rotation so I can see how like it is a 3D object now. So now it's turning. I can change to the angle. I want it. There's like a little shadow right here. You can change the frame rate to be really low. Okay, again, just, play with your angles here. There's this little thing that's options that's kind of grayed out. That's because it's only for the paid version there. And then right over here, it says export. There's Sprite and Vox, and then a little GIF with selected different views here and other options. So you have to pay for it to get the like 3D model option if you want to like put it inside a program. But I'm satisfied with just having a GIF here. I'm gonna change the angle. Now I know how to make a cube in here. I'm just gonna spend a lot of the rest of the time making more complex object. So if I click GIF, it's now generating my GIF. It's gonna take a bit. I'm waiting for it. Here it is. I just click on it on my downloads folder. There it is, now playing. Here's my Pixel 3D art right here. It just kind of rotating around. Again, this program's in beta, still being worked on, so might be have some more things, but still really cool here. So now I'm just gonna go back to the editor here. By clicking on the turtle, back here. I'm actually just gonna type sprite stack. So it refreshes it. It doesn't save anything unless you create an account. So it's better just to download things. So I'm just going back to sprite stack. Again, I see sprite stack right here. I'm gonna click browser. So you just get in the program, the free version, so I don't have to deal like with trying to buy or download them here. So I can just use it in the browser here. Now I'm gonna talk about that coin. So I'm thinking in layers. I'm gonna do a Mario coin here. And here's the Mario coin. The reason why I'm saying Mario coin, because I want to start with easy flat objects. So if I'm thinking in layers here, it's probably a really thick coin. It's got some shines on the sides here, but I'm gonna stick with black sides here just to make everything easier for me. I'm gonna make it like a very pixely type of coin versus not like a realistic one, but more towards this one right here. So that is my reference. And I probably want to make the circle shape right here. First, probably make it super thick and then add all the detail. And I probably don't want to add this all the way to the top too, because this is supposed to be a hole inside. So I think I'm going to make it probably 15 layers thick, and then maybe the hole will be like 4 layers deep. Maybe. Could be either. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to sprite stack here. And, usually I would do the circle tool, bring it out. Just have that, but I'm just going to delete that. It's kind of hard to center it, but I'm just trying to get the shape I want. So I'm going to use the circle tool. Try to drop it to where I want to cut. But if I'm making different types of circles, there isn't like a way to make it stay still and draw multiple circles, because that is just, if I want to make it the exact same shape over and over again, it doesn't work. So that's that. So remember, my sides are going to be black. I'm actually going to do a dark purple because I think purple and yellow looks good together. So I'm going to do a dark purple and then get like a coin shape here. That's good. And then I'm going to center it on my view. I'm trying to remember how did I centered it. It was like a button through here, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. center, model, X and Y axis. Here we go. And then I'm gonna go to extrude. There it is. And so left and right is X. You can tell by, like, you see these little numbers right here? The center, and it's got like X then Y changing. That's position in space in here. So you don't understand, that's completely okay. It takes a bit to learn. So I'm going from here to this side here. So that's X up and down. It's only Y changing. So I want to affect only the Y. So you click on it, it like highlights it. So I'm just doing the Y here. And I have one layer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to do 12. 11, 12. There we go. There's my coin there. So I only really need to, I'm going to do a few more layers. I'm going to do 14, 13, 14, because I just realized I need to make some indents here. Now I need to think about how I want this. So I want to make it where this part is like inside, so you can see in the realistic one that there's this little brim on the outside. So we want to make it deeper a little bit, and then an even more deeper part in the middle right here. So I probably want to draw another circle in there, and then I'm gonna erase that through the layers here. So I'm gonna go to my erase pixel. You can delete. Don't let me erase the current slide, selection. Line grows and shrinks. So I have to think about this. I'm going to do symmetry here. Right, so that's a different tool right here. Actually, I'm going to do XY symmetry here. No, just Y symmetry. And so you see right there. Oh, here you go. Now you see about. If I grab this yellow tool right here, you can see that like creates different shapes, but it's only on that layer. So we're good. I'm just going to delete that layer, grab this one, extrude it up. There we go. Now I'm going to go to eraser here. And here's the tough part. So when you make a pixel art, you got to count the pixels. So I want 1, 2 thick. There you go. And just kind of following along the line there. Again, there isn't really, oh, there is an undo. I just did Control Z to undo. Don't know how you would do that in tablet. Of course, my circle's kind of smaller here. So I'm just kind of making sure it matches a little bit. There we go. I wonder if I can make a bigger size. Nope. I wish there was like a big old group eraser tool, but there isn't. But yeah, this is only deleting on my current layer here. Just kind of doodling here. That's what I'm working with. I probably would suggest to the creator, like, hey, can we make a eraser that we change sizes in? But I'm just like just working with what I got. Okay, so I'm actually going to go down a little stack here, and I'm going to delete it, going down one again, and delete it. I'm back to this one, and this one I want to move down. So, Yeah, I'm thinking like, what if I want to put this one down a little bit? Oh yeah, I could just flip it and grow it the other direction, right? Yeah, let's try that. Let's see, that's where I grew it. So if I grew it this way, yeah, it works. Okay, there we go. Now I got like a 3 brim thick star on that side. Hmm. Now I'm thinking about my design. Maybe I should have started with this ring here. It's okay that we made some mistakes before, so I'm actually going to delete all the others. I have to click on each stack to do it. And the reason why I'm doing this is because like thinking like, what if I kind of have to do the same thing on the other side to give that like one indent for symmetry. And I can't really copy and paste stacks. So here we go. I'm going to start with the top one here. If I can find it. There it is. And start with this one right here. Flip it. Then I'm going to have it grow down. That's not the way I want it. I'm gonna flip it again. There we go. This, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not doing the way I want it. Okay, I'm just gonna work from higher up. Be a little bit confusing. Probably okay. Can I center it all? Yes, I can. Okay, so I got 4 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oops, went too many. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, and there's, yeah, 12. Okay. So now I have that. And now I'm going to go down 3. There we go. I'm going to grab a yellow color here, and I'm just going to fill the space in here. There we go. Technically, I don't need to fill all of it. It's kind of like I'm making a pie here. Like it's custard pie, and I'm kind of filling in the space. Now I'm going to go to the bottom here, go up 2. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go to the top one here. And then I'm gonna grab a white pencil. I'm gonna go back to my design here. So on one side, it's got like a white shine. Maybe I'll add a dark shiny part on this side. So that was with a white. So I'm grabbing a white pencil. Maybe 2 mark would be good. Yes. Oops. Control Z to undo that. And I'm just carefully drawing out my coin here. Again, I'm like looking at it in the picture right here, and it looks like custard pie. Maybe it'll change when we add all our shading in. Okay, so the sun is shining this way. I'm gonna go switch to this color again. And then switch to the right. I'm thinking about where my sun is hitting my coin. It's coming down this way. So probably want more shine that way. I'm gonna grab my yellow. Make a darker color here. Oh wow, I did not realize it only affects that color. I'm gonna grab a color that I don't use here. Make it like yellow, and I want like a brown color. Use scroll wheel to adjust hue. Oof. Like I want like a purpley brown. There we go. So it kind of like goes with the purple a little bit, but I want less saturation. If you don't understand what I'm saying, that's okay. I'm just making it more gray. That's what I'm doing here. Here we go. So I'm actually going to switch to a 1 here. I'm going to go back to this color, delete that bit. So it's like a more from shine, grabbing this color here. And now I'm going to switch to 2 size here. And it's kind of hard to see in this angle, or a little preview down here. And back to a 1. There we go. And I have to do the same thing at the bottom. Hey, just gonna delete these things in the middle, even though I did, you know, kind of like duplicate them earlier, but I'm just gonna do my extrude thing again. You can see how it's changed my preview right there too. Here we go. And then I'm gonna go back up right here. And will let me extrude it down. No. Control Z. Back down to this one. Maybe if I flip it. See how it looks right there? It's kind of wonky. And then I go up to here. Here we go. Yes, now it's working. And then I have to go back down. You can see it's kind of hollow at some points. And it only lets me add the color. My shape. And then the little shiny bit right here. And then back to the bottom. Now we got like a sandwich thing going on. So I'm just gonna add this color right here, bring it about. You can see that we're filling it through the layers. Here we go. Okay. Now we want to do our indent. Luckily, we only have to do that with the top and bottom layer. I'm only gonna erase a little bit. I bring back up symmetry. And then it's gonna be a little bit hard to see here. To go back to my reference here, got a little square right here, back over here. And then, will that be good? I think that would be good. There we go. And you notice I'm not putting anything in the corners right here, so I can have that kind of roundy effect. There you go. So I got one hole right there. I'm gonna grab the paint bucket. I'm just gonna do a random color for now, just to illustrate I cut a hole right there. And I'm gonna mute myself because I gotta sneeze. No one else is in the room. So we're good there. I'm actually gonna undo that. And then grab my erase tool. So I marked it, I don't even remember where I marked it. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yes. You have to do the same thing in actual Pixar because you gotta count a lot. Draw my circle right here. There we go. It's kind of hard. You can't really see the hole yet. Okay. And then I'm gonna go down a layer or stack. There we go. And I'm counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And draw that all the way down. Oops. So I'm gonna go about 3 down. Should be good. Yeah. And now I'm just gonna fill that one right there with this color. Kind of see a depth right there. I'm gonna, oops, rotate it about. You can see right there where the color is. Okay, I'm gonna add the, so if you think about how we turn our coin, that's a weird little hole right there. Yeah, if you think about how we turned our coin, here, that's what's got the hole there. I want to paint the sides in there. I have to figure out where that is exactly. It's from this side here. So I want to point this way, but I need to turn off symmetry here. So that's the white right there. Just gonna do that. Something here I wish I had is like a preview of me going through my layers right here. Here we go. And we kind of got that thing going on right there. But yeah, on this bottom right here, I'm going to do that shine. There we go. And then I'm going to go to my export view. That is not the way I wrote it rotating. So I'm gonna go back to my editor here. I'm gonna rotate it, then go to my exporter. There we go. To one side, it's kind of like custard. The other side, kind of a coin. You need to think about it. Yeah. There's probably some changes I need to make in here. So I'm gonna go back in here, and I'm actually gonna go, I think it's a really thick coin. Oh, rotate it back. And I'm gonna go to this top layer right here. I'm gonna delete that one because I think the brim is too thick. There we go, delete that one. And you're probably thinking, why don't you do the other side yet? Because we're almost out of time, but I will take a bit to do the other side. And then take this yellow right here, grab my pencil, square, so I can kind of, oh, I did this the wrong way. The shadow's supposed to go over there. Yeah. I'm gonna undo that. Undo. Nope, wait. Back up, down, delete that. Oops, delete right here, go all back to the layer, the hole in it. So I'm just gonna paint this green for now. And then that white. Oops, Control Z. There. Then paint that white. Up another, paint this white. And then I'm gonna grab that brown color. Oops. And grab the white again. Go up one. What did I miss? Oh, this one. Oops. And grab that brown. And then now we can get rid of that green. There we go. Now it looks kind of weird in the 3D preview. So I'm gonna make this coin less thick. Oops. It's a little bit better. Oops. It's not the layer I wanted to delete. There you go. So it's kind of flat on the side. So I'm actually gonna make this yellow right here a little bit darker. So I'm gonna grab this, go to that yellow, make it a little orangish. So, got this pencil here. There we go. I have like this weird little thing right here. There we go. And now I'm gonna go up to the exporter. Oh, I forgot to flip it. Here's my coin again. I am actually not happy with the purple here. So I'm gonna grab, try to make a color like that. More orangey purple. Desaturate it. I like this color. No, I'm gonna go with this color here. It's gonna be a little weird. And then I have to rotate my model around. Still got some purple in the preview, but now I'm gonna go to the exporter. Yeah, I just have to wait for that preview to change. Oh, yeah, I need to change that one. Here we go. And then I have to flip it. An exporter. There's a coin. There we go, we got a coin. It looks bad on the other side. It's because I don't have time to make that indent there. But there we go, we got a coin. I'm probably gonna make that brown color a little bit lighter. And I could do that just by going to here. I'm gonna go this way a little bit. Maybe a little bit towards yellow. There we go. Export. There's our coin. And again, I could just click on the GIF down here to download as a GIF, but I made a coin. And it's generating. Otherwise, that is it for today. You can definitely check that website, try to make your own things. Thank you very much. And you can always watch a recording with us on our Facebook page or on our website, dospace.org, underneath After School Club. Look for September 10th, and you can watch the video there. Of course, it's not going to be there right away, but it'll be there in the next coming weeks. And thank you very much, and have a good afternoon, everyone. Bye.